Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap is finally in for Wednesday, October 22, 2025. In today's episode, Dake Sharp, Harrison Cohn grills Remy Price, Christian Weissman, Electra Forrester, Lania Grace, gives a new employee a hint. Plus, Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, manipulates the prison doctor. At Forrester Creations, Electra and Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, chat about Luna. Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, promised Luna wouldn't get out of prison this time. Will keeps apologizing, but Electra knows how sorry he is. At the prison, Luna's cellmate tells her that her eye looks even more swollen today. The cellmate doesn't want any trouble from this, and Luna better keep her mouth shut. The girl reminds her cellmate that she didn't say anything last time and won't this time either. She knows what she is doing. Later, Luna is in the prison infirmary getting checked out. The doctor thinks the injuries are bad, but not life-threatening this time. Luna says she fears for her baby's safety. She convinces the doctor to call Will and ask him to come down to the prison. Will doesn't want to go and doesn't understand why they are calling him. The prison doctor is like, "You are the baby's father, correct?" So Will goes to the prison to see Luna. At home, Remy is so proud of Dake. The designer wants to know why Remy doesn't want his name mentioned at Forrester Creations. Remy won't explain and is just very vague. Later, Dake runs into Electra and they get to talking. Dake offers a listening ear, but all Electra can say is Luna Nozawa. Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Metsins Wood, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, embrace. They talk about Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kay, and Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang. Steffi wants to know if Taylor has been talking to any other guys. At the restaurant, Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, apologizes to Deacon Sharp, Shane Cannon. She misses him and needs him in her life. As they start to talk, Deacon's phone goes off. It's his appointment time with Taylor. Taylor brings up that Sheila confronted her. Deacon is alarmed, but Taylor says that Sheila really wants their marriage to get fixed. Will arrives at the prison and scoffs at Luna's banged-up face. The girl claims she isn't safe in there, the baby isn't safe. Will has to do something. In an episode that perfectly balanced emotional tension with subtle mind games, The Bold and the Beautiful on Wednesday, October 22, took fans deep into the tangled webs of manipulation, loyalty, and buried truth. The storylines circling Luna's imprisonment, Poppy's rising anxiety, and the hidden motives behind Electra's cryptic words gave the midweek episode an edge that fans didn't see coming. By the end, viewers were left questioning everything. From who's really behind Luna's ongoing nightmare to whether a certain doctor is being used as a pawn in a much larger game. The episode opened in the sterile, echoing halls of the LA County Jail, where Remy sat under the harsh overhead light, his expression guarded but visibly fraying. Opposite him stood Lieutenant Baker, with Detective Chen beside him, reviewing notes and body language like hawks circling prey. Remy tried to play it cool, leaning back in the chair, folding his arms, but his pulse told a different story. Baker went straight for the jugular. "Remy, you were the last person Luna spoke to before the altercation that landed her here. We've checked timelines, calls, and texts. Something doesn't add up." Remy's jaw tightened. He had expected this. What he didn't expect was how much Baker already knew. "You think I told her to meet someone? That I lured her there," Remy shot back. "But I didn't. I was trying to help her, not destroy her." The camera lingered on his clenched fists. He wasn't lying entirely, but he wasn't telling the full truth either. Detective Chen slid a folder across the table. Inside, photos, surveillance stills, messages retrieved from a supposedly deleted thread. "You told Luna she'd be safe," Chen said calmly. "Safe from who, Remy?" The silence that followed was thick enough to suffocate. Remy finally leaned forward, lowering his voice to a near whisper. "You don't understand. Someone's using her. Someone powerful. That single word. powerful, hung in the air like a storm cloud. Baker pressed further, demanding names, but Remy clammed up. He'd already said too much. The intensity of the scene wasn't just about what was said. It was about what wasn't. And in that moment, viewers saw the flicker of realization in Baker's eyes. This wasn't just a case about Luna's guilt or innocence. It was about control, manipulation, and someone behind the curtain pulling strings with surgical precision. Meanwhile, in the sleek polished design studio of Forrester Creations, Electra glided in wearing a cream suit that exuded understated power. Ridge, Hope, and RJ were already in a quiet argument about whether to pull Luna's designs from the upcoming Couture collection. Ridge wanted to maintain Forrester's spotless reputation. Hope wanted to protect Luna's legacy, believing the young designer had been set up. Electra, standing by the doorway, listened with quiet amusement before stepping in. "You're all so busy trying to control the narrative," she said smoothly. "But maybe the story's already been written." Her tone, cryptic, almost prophetic, immediately drew the room's attention. RJ frowned. "What's that supposed to mean?" Electra turned her gaze toward him, her eyes glinting. "Sometimes innocence and guilt aren't opposites. They're just reflections of the same lie." The room went silent. Even Ridge's usual composure faltered. Hope crossed her arms. "Electra, if you know something." "I know enough to say that Luna isn't the only one being used," Electra interrupted. "There's a hand guiding all this, and the one holding the scalpel isn't who you think." That last word, scalpel, was no accident. It sent a chill through RJ, who instantly thought of Finn. The subtle tension between Electra and Finn had been building for weeks, each scene layered with unspoken familiarity. Could she be hinting that the doctor himself was being manipulated, or that he was manipulating someone else? Electra smiled slightly, breaking the heavy silence. "Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a fitting, but do keep talking about loyalty, it's such a fascinating illusion." And just like that, she walked away, leaving chaos in her wake. Hope looked shaken. Ridge tried to brush it off, but RG couldn't. Something about the way Electra said scalpel didn't sit right. He made a quiet decision then and there to talk to Finn himself. Cut to Finn's office at the hospital, where the walls seemed to close in. Between Luna's case, Steffi's constant mistrust, and his own spiraling guilt, Finn looked like a man under siege. The scene began with him staring at a file, Luna's medical report. The one he had promised to keep sealed. But someone had accessed it. There was a faint electronic trace, a backdoor login. When the door opened, it wasn't Steffi or Ridge, it was Poppy. Her eyes were red, her voice trembling as she confronted him. "Tell me the truth, Finn. Did someone make you change that report?" Finn blinked, visibly startled. "What? No, Poppy, I wouldn't. Don't lie to me. I know what manipulation looks like, I've lived it." Her words hit him hard. Poppy had always walked a tightrope between desperation and courage, and today, she looked like a mother ready to burn the world down for her daughter. Finn stood, voice rising slightly. "I didn't alter anything, but someone did, and if they had access to the hospital's encrypted systems, they knew exactly what they were doing." A pause. The hum of the fluorescent lights filled the silence. Poppy exhaled shakily. "Then who, Finn? Who would want to destroy Luna's life?" The door opened again, and to both their surprise, Electra walked in. Calm. Composed. Too calm. "I might have an idea," she said softly. "But I think we should all take a seat first." The scene that followed was classic, bold and beautiful, intimate, tense, and dripping with unspoken menace. Electra stood between Finn and Poppy like a puppeteer evaluating her marionettes. "You're both so busy trying to prove innocence," she began, "that you haven't noticed who's using your fear to their advantage." Finn frowned. "You keep saying who, so say it. Who's behind this?" Electra tilted her head, her expression unreadable. "I don't deal in direct accusations. I deal in patterns, psychological profiles, pressure points." Her voice softened, almost hypnotic. "You, Finn, the moral one. You'll always protect the truth, even when it hurts. And Poppy, you'd rather die than see your daughter destroyed. That's why both of you were perfect targets. Poppy's voice cracked. Targets? For what? Electra leaned closer, her perfume filling the room. A manipulation experiment. A doctor's ethics, a mother's fear, a young woman's innocence. Someone's been studying all of you like data points. The camera zoomed in on Finn's face, confusion, suspicion, anger blending all at once. Are you saying this is some psychological setup? He asked. Electra smiled faintly. I'm saying that sometimes the person you trust most knows exactly which buttons to press, and when. The implication was chilling. Was she referring to Steffi? To Ridge? Or even herself? Before anyone could press further, Finn's pager beeped. Emergency call from the ER. He rushed out, leaving Electra and Poppy alone. Poppy turned on her sharply. If you know something, tell me. Don't play games with my daughter's life. Electra's eyes softened slightly, but only slightly. I'm not playing games, Poppy. I'm giving you a warning. Don't trust anyone who insists they're saving you, especially not the one holding the evidence. Then she left, her heels echoing down the hallway like punctuation marks at the end of a cryptic sentence. Later that afternoon, RJ showed up at the hospital, determined to get answers from Finn. He found him outside Luna's holding ward, visibly shaken. Finn, RJ started cautiously. Electra said something about manipulation and scalpel metaphors. Is there something you're not telling us? Finn sighed, rubbing his forehead. RJ, this whole thing's bigger than any of us. Luna's evidence was tampered with. Her talk screen, her medical records. None of it lines up. RJ looked stunned. So she was set up. Finn nodded slowly. Yes, but I can't prove it. Not yet. The vulnerability in Finn's voice revealed the depth of his moral crisis. As a doctor, he was bound by ethics. As a man, he was torn between truth and protection. RJ, sensing the gravity, placed a hand on his shoulder. Then let's prove it. For Luna. It was a rare alliance, the idealistic forester and the conflicted doctor. Viewers could feel this unlikely partnership forming, a quiet undercurrent of hope amid the chaos. But the camera panned away to reveal someone watching from around the corner. Electra. Her expression was unreadable, but her faint smile said everything. As night fell, the final scene took place in Finn's dimly lit office. He sat alone, scrolling through digital files, each one a puzzle piece that didn't fit. Then a message popped up on his screen. An anonymous alert: stop digging, doctor. You're already compromised. Finn's breath caught. His hands trembled. Someone had infiltrated the hospital system again. He checked the IP trace, encrypted, rerouted through multiple proxies. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTI Fuel UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.